Anna, and this is Torn City News. On Sunday, Torn citizens were warned to stay out of Mexico because of mysterious, sinister forces that had taken over down there. We were told that the border control had the situation handled and that everything would be fine as long as we stayed in Torn City. Of course, this warning fell on deaf ears for most Torn citizens who either just didn't read the forum warning or just completely chose to ignore it and jump on a plane and fly to Mexico. I, for one, was part of the second group of people. Oh, stay out of Mexico? I'll be there in 20. I do have to say that the first time I flew down there, I was a bit let down. I was able to land, take a quick look around, and then hop back on a plane right back to Torrance City without getting caught. I really wasn't disappointed with the travel chat, though. I'm sure that was more action than that travel chat had seen all year. The JFA Border Patrol were in full troll mode, talking about people being unnaturally revived and about stopping the zombie virus from getting back to Torrance City. It was definitely a creative stunt by JFA and friends. It's great to see a group of people taking initiative and doing something in the game to make it more interesting for others. I'm sure there were folks out there that were salty to be stuck in Mexico all day, but you should be able to admire JFA's dedication to their mission. When other factions sent heavy hitters to take down the Border Patrol, the JFA boys deemed them terrorists that were trying to prevent them from saving torn citizens from the zombies. Everything that was done was for our protection and also to restore their good name in society, in a society that views JFA as a bunch of assholes and not as the true angels that they are. Anyway, since I managed to slip through the first time, I, of course, hopped right back on a plane and headed right back down to Mexico because I heard there was free tequila, and obviously I can't resist free drinks. The second time around, I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. I landed, and then before I realized what was happening, I was in quarantine. It was a fun time. I did have the opportunity to try to scam a few people, try to get them to send me Revive money, even though I was in the hospital and they were overseas. So I was trying to get them to get their friends to send me money. I don't know, but some couple people just kept outing me over and over again, so I never really got the chance to actually scam anybody. To Raider and Casio's dismay, I did end up leaving quarantine a bit early. A kind soul took pity on my predicament and revived me. I won't name who he is. He allowed me to quietly cross back over the border hours earlier than I was supposed to, which was nice because my E was almost full. I did get a statement from Casio on the whole situation. He said, "My official statement is that all went very well. Most of our infected were safely quarantined, and only with the influence of third-party terrorists were a tiny minority allowed to escape. Overall, the Border Patrol's efforts were a huge success." That's all I'm willing to say at this time. It was a really good time. Thank you, JFA and friends, for putting this on. Anything that adds to the gameplay is always much appreciated. I'm excited to see what you come up with next with crazy stunts. Some say it might be Switzerland. We'll see. I would totally fly to Switzerland if you guys did that there too, though. It's a very JFA week, apparently. Not only did JFA take over Mexico, but they also hijacked a forum thread by 2.1's Carolyn announcing that 2.1 is looking for wars. It seems 2.1 leaders were a little salty about this takeover and were also extremely reluctant to get involved in a war with the faction of drama queens. I can't really say that I blame them. They stated that the last time they warred at JFA, it turned into a major bitch fest. But I think the rest of us wouldn't mind watching it, especially if terms were that the rest of the JF family couldn't get involved in the war at all, even those that are in 2.1 temporarily. Actual JFAers and actual 2.1 folks could be a really fun war to watch if there was just them and no helpers from outside or even from parent factions. I think it would be really good for the game. Champion just broke the news that JFA and JFA 2.0 will be merging with JFB in the near future. From what was posted, it looks like they will maintain all three factions for the time being to take advantage of the different perks each faction can offer. So members can move between the different factions and take advantage of each. I was a little surprised to read that they were going to keep all three factions. I would have just assumed they would have kept the one stronger faction and then the sub-faction. But it makes sense that they would want to keep the third to be able to have those extra perks, possibly. Although it seems like a lot of people from the two main factions aren't exactly thrilled with this merger, so they might not even end up with enough for all three factions once it's completed. Also, it's really too bad that JFB couldn't have been JFP. This is kind of stupid, but I don't know why I'm putting this in here. It would have been amusing to I don't know if I can even say it. It's kind of ridiculous. It would have been amusing to have ended up with with a JFAP faction, like JFAP. Get it? It's like JFB was JFP. Anyways, maybe that's just amusing to me, but I actually just cracked myself up, so that was kind of fun. To those of you thinking about leaving either faction, keep in mind that Vault-Base is actively looking for new members that are willing to put in work. We are trying to keep a stat minimum in mind, but exceptions might be able to be made. We're a little crazy, but we're a lot of fun. I mean, our theme song is Nothing But Mammals, and we have blue. What more could you want from a faction, really? As most of you probably already know, our dear champion has been missing his gold AK. It's a little weird these days to see him pop up somewhere and he doesn't say, "But do you have a gold AK?" all the time. But we have high hopes that with the help of Torn City News, he will once again be united with his prized possession. We are calling on the good citizens of Torn City to help us in locating this missing gold AK. Any information you could provide would be helpful. Thank you. Wild Irish Bitch has recently told Global that she is self-feting so that she can run away and become a real-life lesbian lover with Bella Donna B. She has also stated that she is giving me all of her stuff before she feds, and no, I am not sharing with anybody, so don't start mailing me asking for all of WIB's stuff. In other news, Dolf has a massive beard, but a tiny penis. Please send him a trailer to say congratulations on this tiny accomplishment. His ID is 1900418. That's 1900418. And just send him a trailer and say congratulations on your tiny penis. There's also a rumor going around that there was recently a real-life meetup involving some of the UK's JFers. I didn't get wind on a whole lot that happened there, but I'm sure that anything involving Torn folks was very amusing. It would be nice to see a US get-togethers at some point. Not sure if there's anything in the works or not going on. I most likely won't be there, but I'm sure it would be nice for other people. According to the most recent patch list update, Ched has nerfed new player refills and the Facebook goodie bags. It seems like a lot of people are happy with the new player refills being gone, but there seems to be some mixed feelings about the goodie bags being gone. I, for one, was kind of annoyed about the goodie bags being gone because although I'm not a new player, I didn't really bother to do the Facebook thing until recently, and I still actually haven't technically finished it, although I swear, like every single time I log in, I'm right super close to hitting level 5. This is obviously my own fault, but still, I still was pretty annoyed. I had plenty of time to do it, and yet I failed. But I think at least for most of the older players, the general consensus is that the new players should have to work their way up just like they did, and they don't necessarily need those little startup bonuses to do well in the game. Also, a small change has been made so the trade description is sent along with the event when a trade is initiated. This is particularly amusing for me because I tend to set up a lot of ghost trades. So it's amusing to be able to send little random messages and jokes with them and maybe be a little bit less annoying to the people I ghost trade to. Ace Blue Fire. And maybe more so, or it might be more so annoying actually that I'm sending things with it. I'm not really sure. But either way, if it amuses me. So we have quite the list of bans and feds for today. After posting on his profile a statement saying that he was possibly going to harm himself, Fallen Stars has been feted for donation issues. Tony One Savage was put into fed for obscenity. obscenity. Rumor is he randomly sent gay porn to Chit, who reported, and Tony was put in Fed shortly after. In a previous recording of this that I just tried to do, I accidentally said that Tony was put in Ched, which I thought was kind of amusing. But anyway, Tad was visited by Ched in Global the other day. Ann was told that if he kept flooding the chat, he would be on permanent chat ban. He did end up getting chat ban, but thank goodness for all of us, it was only a 30-day is what I'm hearing, and not a permanent chat ban. Stay strong, my penguin brother. Fight the power. Chibs was chat banned once again, this time for what I'm hearing is 100 days. Nobody really is saying why he got chat banned, but I mean, it's Chibs. You can probably imagine what he possibly said. Dude was back from his month-long chat ban and, of course, was almost immediately re-chat banned. I'm not sure for how long this time, but really doesn't matter. The forums are where he belongs anyway, and I'm sure that no matter how long his chat ban is for, he'll get chat banned again shortly after coming back from vacation again. Pretty much the usual suspects on the ban lists. Although actually, when I was looking at Dude's account, I'm not really 100% sure he's chat banned because, like I said, I didn't actually contact him. I haven't seen him in chat, so I'm assuming he is, and he seemed like he was pretty close to being chat banned before. Some Torn citizens are really unhappy about the next Fed case. Apparently somebody was pretending to be this guy. I'm not really even going to try to pronounce his name. He was giving away $10 billion worth of prizes on a Twitch live stream the other night, right up until he was feted midstream. Everything that was given away is being reclaimed by Torn staff, and it has yet to be determined what will happen with the cash and items that were given out. In forum news, it seems like ex-Torn couple Kelly O and AOW Dude were having a little competition on the forums to see who could be possibly the worst troll poster, until Kelly O decided to contact staff and confess that she had a forum ban or forum addiction and she needed a forum ban. So don't be sad, but no more Kelly O posts for a while. Don't worry, though. Now that Dude is chat banned again, we'll probably see a lot more of him, although I don't think I've seen much of him recently, so he might be forum banned as well. Not really sure. Let's see. The Torn City Wiki was kind of an outdated mess, so Ched recently put out a call for volunteers to help clean it up. I just want to say congratulations to everybody that was picked, and good luck. You have quite the project ahead of you. And here's a list of the new wiki contributors. And that's pretty much all I have for today. So hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope it wasn't too super long for you. And stay classy, Torn.